Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. And today, we're trying to still recover from that loss to Tottenham, where we were absolutely battered around by them. I don't know what happened to the team. I think it was probably me as well contributing to that, but maybe we should have put like more a defensive team out, because I knew that players like Soldado and Dembele and players like that, and players who destroyed me, would be attacking it a lot. I know Gareth Bale wasn't there, and that's probably why I was being a bit naive, because I was probably laughing to myself at that point, like, ha, they haven't got Bale, I'm going to just absolutely wipe the floor with them, but that was not the case, unfortunately. Beating me 4-1 was pretty bad. So today we've got our first game of the Capital One Cup, and the Capital One Cup is a tournament that I would like to try and win anyway, because the Capital One Cup is like early on in the season, about halfway through in January, February time. It normally falls about late January, early February. So if we can try and get a win and win our first trophy early on, then maybe we'll leave a bit of pressure towards the end, because if we can try and get a bit of a lead in the Prem, a bit of a lead in the Capital One Cup, well, first I need to get back to the top of the Premier Leagues. Well, I haven't been on the top since day one, I don't think, because after day one, after a loss, we weren't alphabetically on top, which is a bit sad. But as you can see there, Kelvin, he's got 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot, but that might be useful on the wings to try and get us, I don't know, some free kicks. But against Charlton, I was expecting to win, but Charlton, they've given us some pretty challenged us quite a bit in the past. I remember last season, and they did nearly actually beat us in the Capital One Cup. It might be the FA Cup, I can't remember. But they are a really good team on FIFA, it seems. I mean, they seem to always get drawn against us, and we always seem to sometimes struggle against them. So I'd have to put quite a bit of a stronger team today. And Capital One Cup, as I said, it's early on in the season, so once we get that done and dusted, I'm going to try and win the FA Cup. I'd like to win the FA Cup, but the Champions League and the Premier League towards the end of the season are going to be the most important things. And Kelvin here just showed his absolutely brilliant pass, double tapping that right analog stick there and passing it into Bentner, who heads it there. And that gets us our first goal. I meant pace there, I said that a bit weird. But we do absolutely, we just get it straight through again here. Nearly straight away, but into the second half this time. I think it was second half, I can't remember. But Bentner doing a bit of work on the wing, which you don't normally see. And Kelvin once again puts it in, and Nicholas Bentner is once again there to put his head on it. I'm keeping it in, but even attempt that, and it lets us get that second goal, and that is how the game finished there. And the team, that did kind of rebuild us a bit. It helped us get back at our morale, because morale was probably really low at that point. Well, it was, and about a couple of younger players, so hopefully they'll get a bit of confidence. Like the loaned player which we got from Benfica or Porto there, getting some game time. As you can see there, Rafina from I can't remember, Flamenco or whatever that team was, they wanted 8 million for him, so that's going to be a bit too much, I'd say. And maybe if he does start to go around and do further scouting a bit more, then if I find out his overall and I find out he's going to be a really good player in future, then I might buy him. I might try and get him on loan maybe, because I don't think we'll be using too much if he is as young as he is. Well, he is that young, obviously. And as you can see here, Mayuka, that guy with 5-star skills from last year's FIFA, who was who was overused in Barclays Premier League silver teams. And this year he hasn't got those 5-star weak foot, but hopefully he'll still be as good. I might try and get him, maybe if I can't get this loan player at the end of the season, because I think Mayuka is coming towards the end of his contract. I think he's got maybe like 1 year on it after this transfer window. But one player who's got a couple of months left, only a couple I think, is till the end of this season, is not Toni Kroos, but is the guy next to him who's from Bayern Munich. I think it's Visor. I can't say his name, but he's a right mid, and if I could try and get him, then maybe it would be quite good, because I don't think they'd want to keep him on. But I do inquire about Toni Kroos here, and Visor, as you can see, I don't think you can see it there, but he's loan listed, but obviously it's not a loan season, so I can't get him. And I was going to move around a couple of my scouts here, and I decided to move them back to the Barclays Premier League, because I knew 4 leagues is going to be a really good place to scout, and also we've got loads of young talent in Barclays Premier League, as we've got loads of young English players who hopefully will be good for the national team as well. But as you can see, I'm getting some international offers from New Zealand and Australia. I might go for an international job just to try and get through the group stages in the World Cup, because that is coming up soon. Hopefully I'll pick a team which is actually qualified. I'll have to look at what positions they're in and stuff like that to qualify. They might not even have the international qualifiers in this first season because they've already started them. They would have already started them, so I don't know how FIFA or EA has done that. But I'll have to look into some international jobs and see where they are in their groups and stuff. But as you can see here, I was just putting a couple of my players in, changing them around a bit. Lucas Podolski, I was going to put in Marco Reus because I had bought him. I hadn't been really using him too much, which is a bit upsetting because I really wanted to use him quite a bit. But obviously Giroud and Bentner, they've been playing really well as strikers, so I'm going to keep them there for as much as possible, because Reus, you know, he can probably head the ball, but he just can't do as well as those two really tall players, so I'm going to probably be using him as a bit of a winger more often, because he can play on the right mid, the left mid, centre attacking mid, centre forward and striker, which is really good for the team. So I've kind of used him as a bit of a versatile player who's good in all those positions, a bit like Asamoah was for me in my Arsenal career mode last year, because he played like centre defence mid and left mid, and sometimes cam for me. So I think Royce is probably going to put that position as, like, he's going to probably do that job this season, but probably not centre defensive mid, because we've got so many good centre midfielders to choose from. And I might try and pick up another one, because some of my players like Mikel Arteta and Thomas Rosicky, they're both trying to well, they're both like quite old now, 32 I think they both are, so they're going to start to decline soon, because that's the way just a career mode works. Because if they were really good up to the age of 40, then clubs would be trying to buy them when they're like 40 for like 40 million, and that'd be a bit crazy, because in real life everyone knows players don't go for that. And as you can see, well, I told you about the last episode, I was going to try and replace Mikel Arteta and Thomas Rosicky, but if you guys have got any like suggestions for solid centre mids, or like reserve cams which could maybe get into my youth squad, or maybe I could just try and get them who are already like, they're already known, they're already prolific. But then Nicholas Bentner gets his third goal of the episode. And if you have got any centre defensive mids or centre mids or cams, please leave them in the comment section below. And as you can see here, we do got a bit of a break, and also Chamberlain, who hasn't really been doing too much in his career mode so far, shows his class and cuts inside, it just absolutely destroys Sunderland defence there, and finesse shots it round the keeper, and that gets us our second goal there. So anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, also subscribe for more FIFA 14 videos. Sorry, I just said 13 there, but it's 14 now, and that's a really solid win against Sunderland. And if you guys want to see our first Champions Cup match, then please tune into the next episode, and until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.